Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you get to watch this from. Day 5 is here, the last day of the Culture of Heaven devotion booklet. It's a 5 day devotion booklet. The last day, like I had said in the previous video, the title is Do You Do What the Father is Doing? It's a question. Do you do what the Father is doing? And before we even get to that, the idea behind it is, like I've said over and over again, it's the Lord's Prayer. When we say, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, how then do we get to know the will that is done in heaven so that we can replicate it here on earth? And that is what this devotion booklet does. And yeah, so for the last 5 videos, I've been translating, the booklet into video form. So today we get to do the last day. Do you do what the Father is doing? And I pray that these 5 videos are a blessing to you, and they help you, introspect from deep within and get to know what is required of you when you utter the famous words in the Lord's Prayer. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So in John chapter 5 verse 19, so remember that Jesus himself said that he did what he saw his Father doing. So the question then for us is, when we want to replicate the will that is done in heaven here on earth, it also means doing what the Father is doing. So if we are fellow heirs with Jesus and we call ourselves, children and fellow heirs, then how then can we ignore the authority of he who is our Father? Okay, we can't do that. So that, is a call for us to do exactly what we see him doing. And how do we then even get to see him do what he does? He said it over and over again in his word, and he has even given us, the very helper he said he would send, who would help us, and he would also be our teacher. So it's also listening and being good students and children and disciplined one at that, so that then we get to do what he does. One thing's for sure, we are all his children. However, take the famous analogy of two brothers. One lives 40 miles away from the father, probably somewhere in the city, and the other one resides with the father. Who among the two then is more likely to do what the father does? You already have the answer. It's the one residing who with the father. He's the one who is likely to be angered with what angers the father. He's the one who is, will be keen to look at what the father is doing. Okay, so that's the call we have. Jesus did what his father was doing, and they were so in tune that what angered the father would anger the son as well. And you can find that in John chapter 2 from verse 13 to 17. And we need such levels of intimacy with the Father. And to get to such levels of intimacy with our Father, then we need to also have a consistent and intentional dwelling place, secret place, so that what happens in the outward will be a replica of the inner dwelling that we have and the surrender that we have to the Most High God. To be consumed by his being, you have to die to self. Remember, Paul famously says that I die daily. It has to be a daily and a constant, giving of ourselves, because yesterday's death will not work for today. It's constantly choosing to die daily. He said that I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. Okay, because then when we are dead to self, we welcome him to live in us and take charge, all right, of everything that encompasses our lives. We get to be vessels fully surrendered to him, and that way he can then get to use us. Okay, uh, and remember, Paul, just speaking of Paul, he was so much dead to self that even his shadow would heal the sick, because Christ had taken residence in him. Yeah, that's the call we have today. Doing what the Father does means you are all about his business. He speaks to you and he's your teacher. And that is something that he has called us to, even in Isaiah chapter 30 from verse 20 and 21. He says that, he'll teach you, and, he'll be a voice to you. You'll hear a voice telling you what to do, then you proceed to do what the Father does. So exemplifying the culture of heaven in your life is an intentional effort to honor God with every fiber of your being. It is a call to be holy, just like he is holy. And it's not easy, and it was never meant to be easy. However, we have the helper with the Holy Spirit who will help us in this regard. Okay, so that's what I had for this chapter. It was also a short chapter, just like day 4 was, but then also it's such a deep call, that we rid ourselves of all that we are and cast our crowns, all right? Because it also comes with casting our crowns and being so surrendered to Him, and then we can get to do what the Father does. So that's what I had. I really urge you to click the link on the profile of this YouTube channel and get to download the Culture of Heaven booklet. It's free of charge. It's available on seller.com, so you can download it there, and I pray that it will be a blessing to you. There is a bonus chapter, and it's called The Deeper Place of Knowing Instruction, Seeing and Hearing. All right, so I hope you'll get to download and also get to read that, and I pray that it will be a blessing to you. So that's what I had for these 5 videos, and I pray that they are a blessing to you. I think I'll be gone for a while. I won't be posting as much. Remember, somewhere in this booklet, I have talked about writing about the dimensions of God. So I really need to leave, go and work on that. So I won't be posting as much, but I know that I'll be posting some YouTube shorts along the way, and definitely the blog will still be running. Once in a while there'll be uploads, but I'll be immersed in writing about the dimensions of God. So yeah, so that's it for that particular section. Once again, let me show you guys the how the book looks like. That's the, what is it called, that one? I don't have a word for it, but that's it, guys. And I'll see you when I get to see you again. And may God bless you and keep you and surround you with songs of deliverance. May He be your rock. May he be your anchor all the days of your lives. And yeah, pray for me even as I embark on that. And kwaheri for now. Yes.